Cool. Hooray, I'm live. Hi everybody, it's Drumbo, and I'm sorry for that. I've also been under the weather, for those of you who are unaware. I've apparently been living in a thoroughly, what's the good way of putting it? Moldy location, like so bad that the ceiling imploded and fell down onto me, so the wood isn't very good. As a consequence, neither are my vocal cords. Anyways, this is Final Fantasy Vanilla-ish. What this is using the randomizer, we've gone ahead and added in a bunch of quality of life stuff. Hello, controller. Let me do this real quick. I've been having like weird lag issues going on here, but that should, yeah, that looks pretty good. Okay, so yeah, quality of life, faster transitions, you can, you know, faster combat, spells that work correctly, you can multi-buy in item shops. Elemental things work correctly as well, so all that is good to go. Do I want to do random or do I want to do quick to get us back on time limit? I don't know. So we'll use the shell of the group is going to be, as opposed to the normal marathon safe FF1 run, which is 2 fighters, 2 red mages. Because this has enhanced golden experience, you can go ahead and run with fighter, red mage, nuke. I call it nuke, you know, black mage. And then you can split up who the 4th is going to be. Let's see how bad this would be. Well, that's great, because that means I can actually, that means all the experience is going to get dumped into these guys as soon as possible. So let's just go ahead and get rolling on that and see how it goes from there. So, like, right off the gate, you run faster, there's the better transition speeds and all that. And I don't know if I left the mouse cursor on the screen, so I'm sure someone will eventually be yelling at me. But I minimized the window, so I won't see it just yet. But as per usual, you can show up in town, buy your gear. As you do, thankfully it goes faster. As you can see, the gear is a lot cheaper than it is in the vanilla game. And because I can, because it's a nice little luxury, I'm going to buy a cure on the red mage. Black mage here, we're going to need fire, we're going to need lit, and we're not going to bother with the other stuff. Same with the red mage here, because early levels, it's going to be better than trying to hit things. You don't actually wind up bothering with lock. I toyed around with it, and while it does, it's somewhat useful, it's not really enough to justify it, so we don't. What am I doing? He's still got armor right now, so he's useful for this particular stretch. So yeah, so this is the vanilla run. The step count is still going to be the same. Monsters are going to be slightly easier to deal with and all that jazz. Like in the case of it's an enemy that you can't run from, it won't say run, it'll say wait. But other than that, it's treating the run as fast as you can. You can do, this is actually the party that you would use for the world record. Oh, if you give me the free hit, I'm going to take the free hit, even though I'm probably not going to one-turn here. Because it's only 3 people, you don't have to take a 4th person and immediately kill them off, so you can just immediately dump all that experience into the trio, which also makes the Agama grind very, very quick. Probably should have used, I don't know, like a cure on the black mage just to ensure, like, in case he gets hit, he can't die here. I don't want to, like, have spells wasted. Or I could try to swing at him with a dagger. That's great, too. Do that. Do exactly that. But it's Garland. Normally, you roll up on him and you just slap him around. In this case, we're going to roll up on him and, because we have him, we're going to cast spells. Why not? And that's Garland. Oh, no. Alright, so we saved the princess, we're gonna have the bridge built, we're gonna take our loot, not like L-O-O-T, you know, the musical instrument. And I don't know if it would mess with things if you changed the name of the loot to something else in the randomizer. I have no idea, I have not toyed with it. I'm gonna move the mouse off the screen so hopefully no one gets annoyed by that. So we're gonna buy our 4 tents. We're going to buy a couple of heal potions, just for safety. We're going to walk right back outside and save. Now, we're still using the same step count as in the original. It's just that, you know, things are so much faster. Sometimes I tend to overrun the mark, and I'll wind up in fights I really shouldn't be in, and I don't like that very much. So let's see if I can get this one correct. Hey, look at that. Cool. Normally, you don't have enough money to be skipping these fights, we do here, and so instead of problematic things, we can go ahead and not deal with those, because you don't want to deal with the creeps, you don't want to deal with the wolf pack, and normally you would walk down and start fighting some ogres, but because we had enough money to even be able to go to the inn, that recharged our spell charges, so we can walk right up into the pirates, and just start beating them up. Also, I didn't want to use that. Also, it does auto-retarget. It's the quality of life things. I don't need to worry about lining up 1, 2, 3, 4. That guy missed this one, and then now the spell's gonna go off on the wrong. No, we're good here. I can just plant everybody on the same dude. The damage will get spread out. Hooray! So this should still just take 3 turns, as you do. I'm gonna take this opportunity to pull back up that window. Hopefully it doesn't severely lag anything. Yes, thank you, Shauna. Exactly that. And if this lags really badly, let me know, and I will fix that. Yes, Ninja, this is the vanilla game, but done correctly, which is, we like that. Oh. So much lag going on. I do not like. Nope, don't buy that. You want the wooden shield. And the thing that everybody keeps forgetting to do, equip it. Now, I have enough for ice on both of my guys, and they'll get 1 cast of it. That's fine. So I can go clean up these ogres. Because ice is only 200 in this one, so hooray that. Don't have enough for the short sword yet, but that's fine. The interesting thing here is normally in the vanilla, you would be going out of your way to do a bit of a lengthy ogre grind. That's not the right fight. That's interesting. No, I should run to these guys. That's supposed to be an ogre. That's interesting. Why? Oh, because it's the very first step right there. The ogre's 1 and 2. Okay, so then I'm just going to take this ogre fight, and then we're going to go back and fight the modified step route, which is going to be Kaizoku, which is Japanese for pirate. I don't need to do that. You can fight him, you can hit him, you can hit him. So we've got plenty of ice to be able to tear through this. I wanted a little more experience from another ogre fight, but this is okay, because we just move on to getting a ton of money and also experience. We don't have to get to 6, which is where your red mage would learn his level 3 spell, which is your lightning, your sweeper, as they call it. That's not a spell, don't do that. Because you'll need lightning too to be able to go in and take out the wizards. But, I mean, look, we're already at level 4. We've got a fair amount of money. I can go buy that short sword now. And I should have 1 down? Yeah, 1 down. Oh, God, I tells you, I'm gonna have to... What just happened? Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm just gonna... Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna be able to pay attention to chat. I'm sorry, because it's causing so much lag, I can't do it. So I'm just gonna have to go with, commentate as I go. If anybody... I'm in Discord in the staging area if anybody wants to say anything from there. But otherwise, it's lagging so bad that that's going to be colossally bad, and I don't want to have to do that. Okay, so Kaizoku can appear in 2 to 5 groups. No, 1 to 5, sorry. The more the merrier, because you want as much money as you can get, the experience as well. And they are the first fight on a hard reset when you jump onto your boat and leave town. So, that's good. I keep selecting left. So we're going to be doing a bunch of this until we get to right around 5, a little bit extra, because I'm going to need to buy more provisions or items in town. I'm also going to need to have enough for Lightning 2 for both of my casters there. The Black Mage at 5 will be able to cast it. We're only really going to need 1. We're also going to wind up getting to 6 by the time we get there, so... That's fine, so I'll use my last 10 so I don't have to worry about going all the way back into town because I still have spell casts that I can use. And so, I hope you like Kaizoku. We find a bunch of those. I think the number somebody came up with, I think it was Ice Blue, was 23, I want to say. I'm going to be drinking some coffee right now because it's going to be a bit, and, you know, I want to... Again, I've been sleeping in the poison room, so whatever it is I can do to try and save my voice, I would like to do that, because Lord knows what that has been doing over the past few months to my vocal cords and lungs, and I'll probably wind up telling sad stories later on that are probably relevant to that, so, you know, hopefully I won't have to, but if I gotta fill time, I gotta fill time. So we've got 11 of those. See, it's nice being able to buy bulk items like this. Heals we're not too worried about, so that's good enough. I'll get more on the way. Back to Canaria. Hello, controller, work please. Three's okay. It's not great, but I'll take it. I am spreading out the damage here because that can one-shot, and the last thing you want, like both of those, the last thing you want to see is, yeah, the fighter would go first and hit for that, and then you waste a giant ice blast, so let's not do that. Now I can travel a fair amount before I need to drop the next tent, right around here. And now we can hard reset again, and here's the fight. It's still not getting a huge amount here, but, I mean, 3 is, it's alright. You want 4s and 5s. 5s are the best, because you're not really in any danger of dying here. You want to obviously get as much money and experience as you can as quickly as possible. And that is kind of middling right this second. So we're going to need 3 grand, not 3 grand, 1,500 for the 2 lit 2 spells. And I'm going to want some more heal potions, because I have 5, and that probably isn't going to be enough. That is definitely going to be enough. Then we can go right back into town. Closing the browser, fix the lag. Okay, good. Thank you. Unfortunately, that means that I can't have the browser open, so I'm not going to be able to see what people are saying. So like I say, I'm just going to be winging this as best as I can. Just essentially going to be treating this like whenever I was recording runs and throwing them up on the rando Discord. So yeah, you know, randomizer community was like, hey, you know, we've got all this cool quality of life. Let's go ahead and just put together a category called Vanilla-ish, which I was vaguely aware of several years ago. And then I kept poking, because, like, I was doing the randomizers every day, as you do. You know, here's the challenge seed, here's the duckling seed, here's this seed, and I was, like, blasting all of them, because, not great. Not great at them. Frequently make way too safe series of plays, as you do. Like, I want to finish the run, so I don't want to do this badly, all that jazz. So we're already at 5, and I need a little bit more cash, so it's going to be just a little bit more in terms of... Well, that's close. I might need one more fight after this, and I'll have to grind it out using lightning, just lit and swinging. But the good news is, I mean, he hits twice, so he's pretty much a guaranteed dead dude right out of the gate. But 1,500, and then I think 500 or 550 for the end, I want to say. So no, we do need one more. What am I doing? I'm supposed to save right here. I said something felt wrong there for the, because it's now all the way right, all the way left. There we go. I'll take it. I mean, it's, these guys will try to grind down one, fighter will take out one, and then grind out the other, fighter will take out the other. So this is the plan. And then we get to take a lengthy walk. Normally you would do like some interesting fight skips, which, I mean, some of them you still have to because you don't want to fight, like, the poisonous things, and there's a lot of trouble in the Marsh Cave. Like, friends don't let friends dive the Marsh Cave. Especially in Rando. Just, please don't, nobody wants that. It's terrible. And there's a reason why we don't like it, even in, well, yeah, just nobody likes it in vanilla. It's terrible there, too. What am I doing here? Thinking, do that, get this. Alright, so burn off a fight, because this doesn't change from the vanilla. So we're gonna fight some ogres, just a little extra experience. At this point it's pretty easy to just beat the hell out of them, and we don't need to worry about using spellcasts just yet. Especially since, like I said, the red mage won't be able to use Lit 2 until he's at level 6. And even then, he would have to have something that is restoring his MP to be able to use it. So he'd have to go to an inn or use a house, which there is a house in the Marsh Cave. You have to save that for later in the normal run, but because we get so much other stuff, the extra experience and so on, You don't have to worry about that here. You can save it for when you go, when you're going up against Astos. What am I doing? That's a reset. So here's another ogre fight. Every little bit that you can to just kind of get yourself that much closer to level 6. Because you're going to want to be at level 6 by the time you get to Astos. What I could have done is brought in, oh, I should have moved the fighter down one. Because that's, yeah. I could have brought a 4th character, but all they pretty much amount to is someone who is going to act as a meat shield, going up against the wizards, Astos, the Earth Element, let me see who else, Lich, Zombie Dragons, and I. That's pretty much it. I did mention the wizards, right? Because obviously the wizards. And here's the other one of these. So I'm actually like behind 1 on the step count. That's on me, that's fine. I needed to take like one more step up there when I burned off those 2 fights. This is okay, this is not a problem, because I'm going to tent right here. And if you like wind up having something bad go down in the marsh cave here, it's... How many fights is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you can just drop a tent, burn off 6 steps, 6 fights, and walk right in. I don't want to do that. And they're reasonably okay, so we're going to march right on in, as you do. If you wind up taking too many extra steps, you do get into 1 extra fight in the Marsh Cave, and that's not a fun one. I'm pretty sure it's Shadows. It's either Shadows or this fight, which lots of things that are going to be stunning you. The creep will stun you, the red bone will hit hard, everybody else is just annoying. Sure, you know what, if you want to stun the guy in the back, that's cool. I don't have it. Okay, well now we're liking this even less. This is why people don't like the Marsh Cave. No! No! Oh, no, I need you. Okay. So like I just said, so we're going to burn off 6 fights. 1. So that's that first fight that we did next to Elfland. That is that first ogre fight that we took on the way here. And then you would drop a tent north of here and you'd burn off this fight. And this fight. And then there's the 2 ogre fights. We'll see one, which I don't need at this point. I already fought them. It's good to have the backup strats, you know? Especially since you can do them super fast. This also puts me onto the correct step count, because I was 1 off from entering here. I probably should, just for safety, just do that. Just because, I mean, it was a pretty big hit, and he would have survived if he was at full health. But, I mean, that's... Okay, there we go. See, here we go. Now I got the free run. No issues. We're good. We're good. Let's go. All right. No arguments on my end. Excuse me. Yeah, there's a couple of these, and there's like a couple of werewolves. You don't want any of those. They all stink. I really should move the red mage down, but again, he still actually has armor, so he can take a couple of hits and not be in a big amount of trouble. Well, now we're all in trouble because we're all paralyzed. What, a 25% chance of that going away. Okay, there it went away. No, let me out! Let me out! I don't want to be in this fight no more. Hey, there we go. All right. This is why we buy the heal potions. Normally, in the marathon safe run, you walk into this place and you have 7 heal potions. And you're hoping that you do not have to use any. Oh, that's right. It's not the werewolves that you fight. It's the spiders. I was just remembering something that can poison you. And mucks can hit hard, as you can see, and just everything just kind of sucks. So I will be able to heal. Get out of the way. That's another quality of life. You can get rid of enemies that are directly in front of you. It's going to be a fight right here. And it's a guy that can poison you. And I know it's only one enemy, and I could just pop him and get him out of the way. I don't want to do that. We're not going to do that. We're not going to deal with you. So here we go. Ugh, we got the 4. That sucks. So the red mage here is actually going to have to be using... Not have to, but he's going to be using Lit 1. It's going to be better than him trying to swing. If you really want to get that off as soon as possible and do as much damage as you can to everything. And then, very, very, very important, take the crown. Do not leave this room. I don't care if you're like, I need to heal, or whatever you're thinking about. It does not matter. you grab the crown first. And then you can hold start and then spend your heals. What this also means is that, well, now I'm off 2 steps on the step count, but I don't think I'm going to run into that next fight yet. I should still barely get outside. Here's another fight for the things that can poison you, but it's better than getting stunned, because I have 11 pures, so that will go ahead and get me out of here for now. Fight? Yep. Great. Getting out of here means you can tent. If, like, somebody died, you can just go ahead and walk all the way back to Elfland. That sucks, but, I mean, it's better than the death. Shadows, you can never ambush them. Their speed is too high. It's a thing, which is the vast majority of the time you're getting ambushed. It sucks, but that's fine. So we made it out. We'll burn this fight. We're gonna have to burn another fight. Oop. And now we are free to move on. There's a couple more ogres that are gonna be coming up. And we are, oh, we're already at 6. So yeah, that's good, that's fine, we're good. Marsh Cave is in fact an abomination. You are not wrong. See, now I can go ahead and be spending some of these spells that I have left over that don't hugely matter, because I still have my ice spells. If I needed to, for whatever, like, I like the Black Mage died. That's terrible. If I needed to, I would have the ability to, and I'm just gonna keep a hold of those other spells just to have them. It is a fallback plan against Astos. If I needed to, I would have like a level 2 or level 3 spell, which does a higher range of damage than the level 1s. So if you absolutely have to have that to be able to clear Astos, it's on the table. Unfortunately, it means you have to spend a house, and that sucks, and I don't want to have to do that. So instead, we're gonna roll up on him with the there you go. That's a little extra life, a little smaller chance of getting resist, all that jazz. I don't need to use the house here, so I'm not going to, because I have full on ice. We're gonna burn a fight, we're gonna walk right back in, and we're gonna hope, if he's gonna kill anybody, because he likes using insta-kills and crappy stuns and all that jazz. If he's gonna go for anybody, you want him to go for the fighter. You need the experience dumped into the casters right now. They need, predominantly the Red Mage. You need, and that's fine. You need as much experience dumped into the Red Mage and ideally the Black Mage, because you're going to run it on the Lich. Lich has, what's the bloody spell? Ice 2, which caps out at 160 damage, and that can kill one of your guys if they're low on hit points. Like if you get to, I think it's 8. We're gonna go ahead and tent so I don't forget there. Do I have any sweepers left? No. So this is just gonna be running and using tents, because we can use tents now to just skip these last couple of fights. Lich has an AoE. Whichever one it is, I don't remember off the top of my head, and someone I guarantee is already posting it in chat saying, no, it's this spell, thank you for telling me. Before I do anything, because I frequently do this, I'm sure other people do as well, do not hit reset after that like you went to the end. You did not go to the end. It's like, let me make sure, serious time. Do the right thing there. Excuse me. Burn off a fight, hop onto our ship. We're headed towards Matoya. Now, I have 1 tent left. I'm gonna see if I can remember where to use it. Actually, I'm just gonna use it in the vanilla spot, which is avoiding an annoying fight. If you need to take this shark, like, well, I probably should have actually, because he's a ways away, so he won't get his level up until probably the Earth Element, I'd wager. Bloody imps. Anyways, what are we talking about? What are we doing? Bad pony. It's the pony. It's awfully mad. It doesn't really like gold. I can save time by not taking those potions, but I always take these potions, so I'm just not gonna do that. 1, 2, 3. I mean, it's good to have. You like having the extra resources. So we're gonna... Nope, that's right, because I had the 2 extra steps because I was an idiot. Hey! Well, like how Atoli's immediately jumping in with the correct references. Thank you. Okay, so this should be the last stop for... Yep. Okay, so I did remember one of the skips. Good. Yay! Again, if you need a shark, because I did go to the inn, so I've refreshed spells, but I'm not going to worry about doing those. You know, I'm willing to bet so many people have a lot of those just like mental routes where they always pilot the boat to get to certain places. Like, you know, if you go straight south from Canaria, you hit that little section of that peninsula, but you still have to go down and left to be able to go then into the docks. I'm sure everybody does that, right? And if you have, like, interesting, different places that you travel to, I'm curious as to how or why, because, I mean, like, it's, you know, it's rote memorization. I'm going to do this and this and this. We all do it, but, like, if you're deviating, why? What did you do? Let me know. I mean, I won't be able to read it right this second. Again, I don't have the chat box open. We're gonna... No, I don't need these guys. I keep thinking I need these guys. I don't need these guys. I need the Earth Elemental. So you don't get as much money selling all of this gear as you would in the vanilla, because since things cost half as much, that obviously means you sell them for half as much. That is not a character, that is an empty slot. You know what, I don't know why I ever bother buying the knife on him. I always do it, I don't know why. Alright, so I don't need the chain on you anymore. I actually don't need the iron because I get a second one. I don't need his chain because he gets, I don't remember something in the place with the thing. Great. We're done on tents for the rest of the game. I don't really need any cures, but we'll do that. And everything else that's left over can go into heals. And we're good. Not for the entirety of the game, I will be buying more heals later, but for any of you that have seen or played the vanilla run of this, yeah, it cuts out like 30 plus minutes of shopping alone. Not to mention just the fact that you move this much faster is so incredibly handy. I think there's one of these that I have to take extra. Nope, it was none of those. Okay. So then it's that. There's his iron armor. There's the shield. Ah, it's the wooden shield that I can get rid of. Okay. But I don't worry about getting, I don't even need to worry about doing this right this second. I'm just doing it. I don't know why. Yeah, because he doesn't need that. And he winds up getting a helmet. I get, silver armor, I think it is. Don't quote me on that. Silver armor, I think, is what it is that I get in the Dwarf Cave. I just remember it's armor for the red mage, and the black mage is still sitting in the background going, guys, I would like to not die now, please. We burn off 2 here, or I could try to walk into a lake. Whichever. You know, it's the same thing. Right, so, in and on. Go and take our money. Hey, buddy, how you doing? I'm just, inspecting your chests to make sure that they hold money correctly. Nah, these two are faulty. I'm gonna have to take the money. You go ahead and make the necessary repairs, and then we'll come back. I might come back later. Actually, I don't think I do. Which Final Fantasy class are you? Like me specifically? Bard. I would say thief because they're better at running, but I mean, you can see me. I'm not. The only thing that runs in my family is diabetes. Are you kidding me now? Oh no, I do that when I leave the place. So we'll go ahead and do this then. Let me see. And the other dagger to him. He has his endgame! And I have that. Okay, so I didn't need those. Let me see, what is... There was also that, the fan-made, but it wasn't, like, based off of, like, the emulation of the game. Like, they reprogrammed the entire thing themselves that also had, like, Dark Knight and Summoner and Dragoon and... I don't... I almost hard reset there, I don't know why. And I don't remember... I'm on their Discord, and it's pretty cool, but, like, kind of annoying, because I thought I was going to be smart and try to, like, oh, let's do this so we can play the early game a little bit better, and we'll do the hard reset and find a bunch of Kaizoku, and what do you... Oh, no. No! Oh, my God, I'm going to be slightly off again. No, it's going to be further down, and it's going to be ghouls. Yeah, okay, so this is the part where I need to do a thing real quick. Because I'm stupid and keep forgetting. 1 second. It's not in the focus, so it should be slowing things down. No. Okay. I don't know if I'm going to get to some of the places that I need to get to before the resetting happens. Nope, that was it. That's literally the spot right there. Son of a gun. I did a rather extensive guide for this showing every single, no, it is one more. Every single skip in the game. For doing the vanilla run. There's the bull. You can spend ices here, it's fine. So there's going to be 2 bullfights. We're going to take 2 earth elementals. If you're feeling yourself, you can take 3 of these earth elemental fights, but like, that dude looks at one of the casters wrong, and sometimes he looks at the fighter wrong, and they're dead. So you don't really want to mess around with these guys. Plus, you've only got 2 Fire 2 casts on the Red Mage. So you really want to see good casts out of them. Like that. That was good. That was fine. It is dangerous to try and take a second one of those, so... Or not a second one, a third one, I should say. Because then you're out of your fire, too. You can have, like, 1 left on the Black Mage. You can see he's doing that to the Knight, who's got all the armor on. The other guys are going to be casting fire. That's not a good situation. Like, they're going to get destroyed, man. Don't do that. So there we go. There's level 8. There's your 9. Okay. We saw that the Red Mage is over 160 hit points. The Red Mage will be able to survive that spell cast from the Lich. So having more hit points onto the Black Mage just gives him, you know, a better chance of a maxed out spell killing him. Hopefully that's not the case. You obviously don't want that to be the case. What am I doing here? Hang on a second. No, that's right. Okay. Take a step out. So here's one of our 2 tents. And then we go ahead, or tents, I say. House, hard reset, let's go fight a vampire. If you desperately need some experience left, yeah, there's going to be like a couple of fights like this, which the fighter, he isn't at 9, it's not a necessity. He has enough hit points, and beating Lich is going to be spell casting. That's going to be what it is that you're going to be needing for that fight. You can whittle him down, but eventually he starts throwing out other AoE. He has a stun attack somewhere further down in the chain. Just stuff you don't want to see. You don't want that fight to go longer than like 3 rounds. It's just, no, please don't. Not a good scene. And he is close. So the vampire will get him to 9. That is not a big problem. And I know I don't have to go out of my way to do this extra room over here with the coral sword and all that jazz. I still do just because it's the exact same step count that you use in the vanilla run, so I might as well stick to it. I'm now realizing that the Red Mage needs health, and he's probably not going to be using his spells there, so no, we're good there. At least his level 1 spells, he shouldn't be using this. Oh, that's just money, I didn't need that. Get out of the way, please. Coral Sword, trade you down to you, might as well. It's very slightly better than the silver. And spiders! Sorry, arachnids. You know what I mean. They're still spooters. Nobody likes them. They can poison you. There's a lot of them. It's not fun. Get out of the way, Mr. Pat. Well, he moved anyways. Okay, fine. Grr, ogre. I presume it stands for green, right? We all assume that, like, there are certain name truncations that they use in this. Like, everybody knows the Sahag, which is funny because that is the shortened version of Sahwagan. Like, where did we come up with this, guys? Yeah, you might as well. Because worst comes to worst, he has a sword he can hit things with. And 4 mummies is really good experience. I'm gonna go ahead and take that. You call them sausages. Oh no, it's the Sahwagan. They're a D&D class from the first edition that was based off of creatures from Super Friends. It's strange, funny little things like that I somehow know like, I was somehow aware of the fact that they initially tried to do a translated version of Dragon Ball in the, like, late 80s, where they translated Goku's name to Zero. I don't know why, because it was only tested in 3 cities. Why do I have this information? I was not one of those cities. Vampire hits pretty hard, so I want to go ahead and get the full just in case. There's, let me see, what's another good example of crap that I know? The World of Translation book for Final Fantasy IV, for some odd reason, seems to think that Golbez is named after a Middle Eastern fly. No, he's named after the D&D character class Glabrezu. Not character class, the monster, the demon. The big, giant demon likes to travel in shadows, has 2 giant horns, and will continually try to whisper sweet nothings into the ears of people that are easily pliable to get them to go and do his bidding for him. He doesn't like trying to fight any of his fights by his own, and if he does, he will immediately try to summon what's nearest by, such as a basilisk or a dragon. That's Golbez. It's not a fly. It's based off of the Glabrezu. I don't know where they came up with that. There's so many other monsters that come from D&D. Why that? Whatever. I don't know. Whatever. Slightly annoyed about it because I had a friend that, like, knew the guys that were working on the book, and I was like, oh yeah, hit me up. I know a bunch of stuff about the game. I can help out with some stuff, and they never did. Now I read the book going, guys. Oh well. All that because I fought a Gur Ogre fight. And then now the Gur Wolf, which is not green. I don't know. Gray? Does it just stand for Gur Wolf? What's the consensus here? Because that's blue. Swolbez. I like it. Yeah. Yeah, what's the first thing he does anytime he's fighting anything? Oops, dragon. Like, yeah. Yeah, that sounds about right. Okay, I no longer need the bulls anymore, even though they are, in fact, on parade. So I don't need to go messing with these guys. And I think this is the last fight. Again, I could just reroute this whole thing to immediately... Oh, what am I doing? I'm smart. He got poisoned. I could just reroute this entire thing to immediately go to whatcha-who's-its place. Immediately go to Sarda. I don't do that because I again, just for practice and safety purposes, I like to go by the original step route, which is a hard reset right there. You don't need to fight the ogres right here, so you can actually skip this fight, and you still go back to town. One important distinction here is that, like, even if someone dies, you can't come here to resurrect them, because, as you all probably know, that clinic got blown up. But I still come back here because we're going to finally do something, a kindness, if you will. We're going to buy a bracer for the Black Mage. I mean, again, he is super weak. Understandably, you don't want him to go and die on the way to Lich. Kind of important for that to not happen. And there is that giant fight, which is god-awful. And he can die. There's also the troll fights. You don't want to risk that. So, I give him a little bit of armor, because I am a magnanimous person. Gonna burn off a fight here, walk into the cave. How strong is that man's jaw? I mean, I would like to know the answer, but I'm afraid as to what that answer would be. Could you hire that guy to, like, you'll never need a key again? He'll just bite through doors? I mean, I don't know. Like, man, we'll feed you plenty of gold. Is that... No, actually, gold's really soft. He probably wouldn't like it. Well, I don't know. Sometimes you just want Laffy Taffy, right? I don't know. Like, what's it take to get a Titan on your side? I'm actually really proud of how many of these skips that I've been able to remember just right off the top of my head. I'm sure it will wind up falling off later, usually around the waterfall. That's usually where I wind up going, nope, that was wrong. And there's like a couple extra fights, which is dumb because then I actually have it memorized myself as to, oh, this is that fight that I'm supposed to see before I hard reset, so that means this was correct. Or soft, well, no, soft reset. It wouldn't matter if it was before a hard reset. Anyways, what are we talking about? Right here for the next one. And it's really important to not screw these up, because, and I'm pretty sure it's this spot right here, but I want to check this anyways. 1 second. Is it that? Nope, it is 2 over. Oh, no, it was. Ah, that sucks. Oh, well. Oh, because I was 1 off on the one upstairs. Okay, well, it's supposed to be right here. But this will still essentially keep me exactly on the right step count. Because you don't hard reset for that entire stretch. So I don't like trying to mess that up. And that's why I haven't rerouted going straight to Sarda. That, the bracer on the Black Mage. And I do, because there's a bunch of real nasty stuff in here. Cocktries, werewolves, all that. And you'll note, we haven't bought any softs yet. I have not routed that in anywhere, which in theory, I could try this sooner, but, like, you come across a party of 4 cockatrices that are just gonna, there's only 3 of us. Probably more than one person is gonna get turned to stone. Not good. So we're just not gonna mess with doing any rerouting. We're gonna stick to the usual bit and put more armor on the Black Mage, and then that's it. We're not going to hurt ourselves any further. Self-flagellation is not the name of this game. It's only been 40 minutes, and you can already hear the voices going a little bit better. Thankfully, in theory, I only actually have about an hour left in this run. In theory. That's because since it's the 3-man party, I'm already above the level estimate you would be for the marathon safe run. Without using 2 lengthy grind sections earlier in the game. I just didn't. Did I equip the bracer? I'm hoping I did. I'm gonna check that. I'm also gonna heal. Don't kill him. Do not kill him. Do not kill him. I did. Well, then you just suck. Yeah, he got all of his armor too. Apologize for flashing lights because of how fast you can use potions in this game. I'm not very good at doing the B cancel, but I mean, as fast as it is anyways, you're not really increasing the amount of time that you are saving by doing the B. Like, you could hit A and then immediately B after using a healing potion, and it'll cancel the rest of that animation to speed it up just a little bit. But like, it works on just regular vanilla Nintendo and or Famicom cart as well, so it's quite useful. And my cat is clawing on the thing next to me. It's like, what does that sound? It's my cat. So, there's trolls down here. Do I need the trolls for anything? No, I can just go ahead and skip past them. I'm gonna go ahead and do that, because why not? I meant to also use the rod. So we go down here because the next fight upstairs is just, well, if it's only 1. It's only 1. In theory, I can one-round this guy. Probably not with a hit like that. If it's 2 trolls, you don't really want to mess with it. And Lich is resistant to ice, so you're not going to be using that. It's pretty much roll up on him, and you're slinging as much fire to as you can. You want him dead as soon as possible from that. So there's safe spaces inside this room. There we go. So you do that until you get to this fight. It puts you back on the correct step count for the next bottom floor. There will be an annoying giant fight. Excuse me. Right here. We don't like this. They hit hard, and there's a thing that can poison, and everything sucks here, and we're still in this fight, and that also sucks. Come on, you. I don't even care if you kill the... Well, I do care. I would prefer if you didn't. But don't kill the fighter. I want to get out there. I want to get out of this fight. Well, I tried to do the B cancel there, and it didn't really work. Oh, well. A couple more fights. We're going to have to deal with trolls, and then we move on to the Lich, who is the secret actual antagonist of this game. So let me explain, and I mean that. I mean that legitimately. Okay, so... Ooh, don't... Yes. If he didn't have that bracer, that could have been a dead Black Mage. So, for those of you who know D&D, a Lich is a powerful wizard that went ahead and actually sacrificed their life to grant themselves undead status. They trap their soul inside of a phylactery. They cannot be killed. They will eventually resurrect if you do not destroy the phylactery. So, this is a lich. So this was a living creature that has already granted himself undead status. He has a phylactery somewhere. Good. None of us died. That means we're just going to keep pounding on you with our fire damage. Great. So yeah, he is already a wizard that has been clearly to the point of decay, has already given up his life, and he has fairly powerful spells, at least in this section of the game. When you go back in time 2,000 years, the Lich is there again, which means there was still... I don't need to do that, what am I doing? Which means even then, there was another wizard even further in the past, I'm assuming the same wizard, who gave up his life for the somewhat immortality. What am I doing? You hard reset there. And we skip these ogres because we don't need them. And in case you're thinking, well, I mean, because he has the same spells as the one that you fight there. Difference being, he also has nuke. So he is, I think, literally just the most powerful spellcaster that you will see in the game. And he, again, has already been dead for so long that he's nothing but bones. So the real question is, who created the time loop? Because it's not Garland, he's just a dude who's like, haha, they sent me back in time, and now they're going to empower me, and now I am going to go ahead and turn into this, oops, wrong direction, what am I doing? I meant to, now I'm going to get into this fight, yep. Whoops, there's going to be a second one. Okay, so at least I got that one right. Sorry, my rambling is causing me to forget how to play games. Very useful, I'm sure. So, what are we talking about? Yeah, most powerful spellcaster that you're ever going to see in the game, who has already turned himself into a lich that far back in the past. Let's go ahead and do the item shopping, because I never remember how much money it is that I have to be able to spend on things, even though I have it as a list somewhere way down on this page. Never mind. Okay, as long as I have the silver... Or not the silver, as long as I have the iron armor. I knew this part. I promise I did. Is there anything on you? Yes. And then we don't worry about what the other guys have. So I need... silver shield, silver hat, silver gauntlets. Or... Those of you who've played the randomizer, it is tattling on myself here, I understand. But, so, we are aware of the power bonk, which is... Let me see... Oh, I should have checked this real quick. Let me see, I need houses, heals, that's really it. Okay. Alright, so we're good on heals. Not for the rest of the game, but we're good on heals. Oh, I don't buy houses yet. Wait, do I? I'm pretty sure I'm losing my mind over here. No, you don't buy a house. What am I doing? I'm trying to spend money I shouldn't be spending yet. Oh, that could have gone bad. Normally this would be the point where I look at chat and go, hey, what the heck was I talking about? Whatever. What am I doing? What am I doing? What's happening? What's going on? Well, we're going to go to the end. This is not a hard reset, so we don't hard reset, but we do take advantage of the fact that every time you step on and off of a water tile, I think it's one more. No! That was the one! Dagnabbit. See, this is why I keep track of these things. Oh no, it's actually slightly earlier than that. Oh well, then I'm just going to get onto the boat. Especially since I did those wrong as well. Anyways, because you don't... This is another lengthy section where you don't hard reset, because we're going to a Castle of Ordeals, or Trials, or whatever it is you want to call it, to get the tail. No hard reset in between, and that's pretty important because there are some really horrible fights in there. Red gargoyles, and sorcerers, and Medusas, and again, like, we don't have soft potions. The red gargoyles are all just going to show up and start casting fire at us. Sorcerers can just hit you and you die. So we don't want any of those on the table. So it's really important that I don't mess this one up. So again, I guess this is serious time? Give me my little serious time, and if we see the sphinxes before I enter this place, that means I got it right. So there's that. Catman, and this should be sphinxes. Huzzah! It's the little things. Cause yeah, like, Ordeals is horrible if you... So here's some wizards. Some, excuse me. Mummies and a wizard mummy. Or wizened? I know everybody says wizard. What does a wizard mummy mean? Although I guess wizened doesn't really make much more sense either. I don't know, whatever. Just, you know, go with it. Yeah, they love to put things to sleep by hitting them. Whatever. But it's a ton of experience, so I like taking this fight. Yeah, see, there you go. That's great. It's always the bottom one that you can see. And then it's the third one here. So 1, 2, so you can walk straight down. Unfortunately, you want to run into this group, and you get 1 to 3 zombies, and you can't run from. It is Fight Club. Here you are. It is your first day. These things don't look anything like Bebop. They hit pretty hard, you can't run, and they suck. So I want to try and save 1 cast of Fire 2 on each of my casters here for the zombie dragons. I mean, the good news is I have a dragon sword, so there's that. So here's the Mad Pony. Like, if you desperately somehow need experience, they're weak to ice. You should not be at a point where you need to be fighting Mad Ponies ever in the game, so don't. Let's go ahead and loot all 3. I know, yeah, I don't need the bottom one. And then there's that and that. And I trade the ice sword actually down to him at this point. Because if he runs out, of spells, at least he can try to swing on things. Like, you don't need either of the mummy fights, and if you're paranoid, you can just not spend any of your casts there. Well, by the way, everybody knows that trap chest downstairs that is the Zeus Gauntlet. Oh, I was talking about the Word Gauntlet, so that'll come back later. Oh, that's right, because he doesn't need... That's why I keep the Dragon Sword on him, because he's going to be fighting dragons, but then I go back to give him the Ice Sword, because I have the Zeus Gauntlet on the Red Mage. Right. Don't leave here without getting your tail. And heal up to full, because we don't want to risk it. Try to walk onto the spot, please. Thank you. So he has his 1... And he has 2, and then after that he can use the Zeus Gauntlet. And he is swinging a sword that hits harder on dragons, so of course you do. I don't know if him swinging harder is going to do the job better, or Zeus Gauntlet. I usually just do Zeus Gauntlet. Zeus Gauntlet's probably the way to go. Okay, or you'll not hit that at all. Why am I casting Fire 1? Oh my, no, what am I doing? Brain work. No, I don't want to work. Brain, no. That's the other that. 1 dungeon, we get 2 levels out of it. Hell yeah, let's go. All right. And the timing of this step count is you should be able to immediately get out of here, and there's a fight. That's just how that kind of works. So now we got to go back to Elfland. We're gonna buy some spells, and most importantly, we're gonna buy some soft potions. Because it's unavoidable at this point, we're going to be running into things. Well, it's not unavoidable, I don't think, but I don't pretend to know how much of the step count you would have to fly through to try and avoid dealing with enemies that can stone you. So we're not going to do that. Is this right by houses? Yes, hi, buddy. How you doing? Because I moved it to somewhere else in the count, and I don't remember where it is. No, it's not here. Okay. Because I still have the 1. Good on those. Gonna buy my softs. I moved them to somewhere else. I'm still not entirely sure where, because there's also something else I moved in case I have a black belt in the party. Alright, so Ice 2. Fast 2. Pretty sure that's all I need. I'm gonna give myself the 1 last check. Hey, game, what are you doing? Thank you. No, it's just buying heals and then step back out and use the... okay, yeah. Look, I want to play it a little bit safer because this should still come in decidedly underestimate. I just want to make sure that I don't do something colossally wrong. Because some of the backup strats for this, like I say, I'm trying to figure out how to avoid, like, the cockatrice fights in the ice cave. I don't know what is necessary to do that. And frankly, you're still avoiding other problematic fights. Like, I think there's sorcerers in there as well. So, you're trying to avoid a lot of really, really, really bad fights. So you just take a terrible one right out of the gate. Oop, yeah, I am slightly off because I had that extra movement in the boat. So this is B, where you're supposed to use this one. That's fine. You can still run from them. Not a big issue. I'll be able to get to this one. Oop, it's down there. Let me reset there. Now we're going to go all the way to this corner. Nope. Why do I keep forgetting I'm one off? Oh no, I'm one past the corner. Oh, I was dumb. Alright, well, you're not going to get all the way to the cave in one go, unfortunately. Just how it goes. There we go. And so we can hard reset. And nope, you have to burn off 2 fights. What am I doing? There's 1. There should be 2. Now, this first fight will be mummies and cockatrices. They can turn things to stone. They can, they can turn things to stone, they can put you to sleep, and it's all terrible. I throw out a usage of the Zeus Gauntlet, because it is in theory powerful enough to take out a bunch of the guys that are going to be possibly turning you to stone. Just trying to get us out a little bit safer. Cool, only 1 guy, that's fine. I didn't need to use that on a guy with 1 hit point, but whatever. Missing 1 hit point. You know what I mean, whatever. There's also a ton of enemies that will stun you in here, and those are terrible. Also, your fighter's not really going to be fighting anything, so there's no danger in him still having the dragon sword equipped right this second. I'll get back to Gauntlet talk in just a second, I promise. I'm just mentally trying to, like, explain what I'm doing, and at the same time, reminding myself, no, you're supposed to do this instead. Make sure people know that you did the right thing this time. Did you? No. And like, you can't really afford to spend Fire 2s in situations like that. Like, 1 maybe. And you do have the Zeus Gauntlet, you'll have guys that have more hit points, so they can try to contribute, but really you don't need to be messing with that. I should be using, what should use it? Cure spell, heal, whatever, on the red mage, because I'm not going to be casting fire in here. That's not a good situation. So look, we took out a bunch of guys that can stun us. Will it matter? Not really. But it's helpful to be over-leveled and helpful to have enough heal potions so that you don't need to worry about sweating things. Now, this is an unrunnable. We will go ahead and... Yeah, you go ahead and do that. You will cast... fire. Why not? Probably could have used, I don't know, like the heal staff. Didn't really need it. Using your heal potions is just prohibitively going to be faster. Hit, fire. It just is. It's if you're, for some odd reason, trying to save them, which shouldn't really be an issue. Here's my flame sword. Gonna walk. We don't really need to do that there, but okay. Nope, don't need that one. So I've got 6 casts of those left. There's, I think, 2 more unrunnables. So I've got 4 to spare. Not you. It's also, because multi-buy, it's also a heck of a lot faster to just rebuy those heal potions the next time that you have to, so not a big issue. Because the wolves can cast Blizzard, we don't give them the opportunity to go off. I will have both people go off. If it's just one, I'll, like, focus fire on the wolf and, you know, kind of hope for the best. Yeah, you can use that. You can use fire, why not? Yeah, that didn't do much to that guy, did it? Nope, okay. Yay, level 12. So, I don't really need it because, well, actually, upon further testing of my own improved routing, you do still need this money. So, we get that money. Coolio. Excuse me. Right, so, there's one more unrunnable after this, and past that I have one, and there it is. Cool. I don't even really need to worry about using... I just have 3 casts of Fire 2 as a luxury to get me out of some of those dead fights with things that will stun me. So that is just... it's not a luxury that you have in the vanilla run. Yeah, sure, why not? Go ahead and use a heal staff. Why not? There it is. Look, I've got it. I'm using it. Woohoo. So gauntlets, and like I started out saying, so this is going to be kind of self-reporting, kind of self-tattling. We all know about the power gauntlet. Everybody in the randomizer community, it is known as the power bonk. Reason being, and I guess it's one of those things people thought it was, oh, well, I guess it's because you bonk yourself on the head with it, right? No. Oh no, you actually stay there. No, it's because while I was drunkenly playing a rando one night, I decided to say it's the power gauntlet. And then eventually that devolved into the power gong. And then I just gave up and said power bonk. And then it was just bonk, 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 bonk. And then when I was commentating a whole bunch of runs throughout the remainder of that summer, I then again said it's the power bonk. And people were like, the hell is wrong with this guy? So that's why it's called a bonk. Because I had a particularly rough summer. That, look, my cat had just died, all right? I was understandably in a not too happy location. And I got better and stopped doing that. And then instead picked up the actual regular run of the game. Hooray! Let me out, let me out, let me out. Are you gonna let me out? Please let me out. Yay! And there's like, what, one more this, and then there's actually 2 more. There's gonna be 1 red bone and then another red bone. Little red, what is it? Little red cookbook. Or red leather, yellow leather. I don't know, whatever. Yeah, here's the last fight. If you desperately need to, you can go ahead and throw out your last one of these. Oh, I guess, oh, that's right, you get stuff. You have 2 of those to get you out of here safely. Chat passing, that's understandable. Like, okay, you guys remember how, like, my voice has been getting progressively worse throughout the entirety of this run, and I made light of the fact that I was sleeping. That's not where I do this. Save. Hang on a second. It's in the corner, I bet. Hang on a second. Before I get distracted again. Yes, it's in the corner. It's just 1 less tab. Oh, well. And I skipped twice. Yes. Let me get back on track shortly. No, it's, yeah, okay, I was gonna say, wait, was it the one I just did, or is it the next one? It's the next one. And then it's still this far corner. Okay, so, for, well over a year at this point, my vocal cords have just been getting worse and worse. This is like, I woke up this morning, I haven't done a bunch of talking outside of this run. You can hear, the voice is just largely not even there. And those of you who have been to Limit Break with me, you know how much I enjoy doing the karaoke, and I don't know if I can with this particular vocal level of strength, because this is effectively me at full power. That's not good. So, what am I doing? Floater. Great. Normally, if you have to do the thing with those guys, you can. Oh, this is when I go by temper, because, by the way, remember, temper actually works now. So I was trying to figure out what the heck was going on there, and other things started to make sense. Unfortunate things started to make sense. For example, I have had 2 cats, Mandy and Shadow. They were siblings. Shadow's all black, and she was, like, having more and more, like, just strange issues. Like, she was lethargic, her meow had changed, she couldn't jump all the way up onto, like, the table or the desk or whatever, or in front of the windowsill. Having a number of issues like that. And I didn't hugely think much about it. Just, you know, okay, well, we're going to take her to the vet, and they'll be like, oh, well, I mean, she obviously needs to lose weight, because, sidebar, the owner that I had gotten them from, like, she had come down with cancer and couldn't take care of the cats anymore, so she had to move home with her family and couldn't bring the cats with her. So her husband was going out and taking care of the cats. Yes, I know this is going to be a Final Fantasy run, and I'm commentating about completely different things, but bear with me because it sucks and it's sad. Her husband was going out to make sure that she fed the cats or that he fed the cats like every couple of days. So when I got to them, they weren't like emaciated, but I was like, that's never happening again. These cats are getting all the fun, food, love, and whatever that I can possibly give them. That's what's going to happen. And that's what I did. And so I moved into this new location, this apartment that I'm in. And just continually feeding them. And, you know, the vet's been like, they both need to lose weight. You're overfeeding them a bit. I'm like, I know. So I've been feeding them less and less, but she still was like having issues like jumping onto the counter and things like that. I'm like, well, that's not good. I just assumed it was because, well, now maybe she's just not, like, I'm underfeeding her somehow, but I mean, she's got like a little pork belly, so I don't know. I didn't think that was going to be the thing. It helps if I actually buy cures on him, doesn't it? Or cure, yes. So eventually, she starts having, like, a panic attack, and I can't figure out why. So I have to go to, like, the emergency vet. And they say, oh, yeah, looks like she's close to having a heart attack. I'm like, no, I don't want to hear that. No. Like, okay, so we set you up at this vet hospital, keep her overnight, keep her on oxygen, all that jazz, and then we'll have a cardiologist inspect her and all that. Like, beautiful. We'll do exactly all that. Cool. Come back the next morning, they're like, yeah, no, she wasn't, like, having a heart attack or anything. She appears to have asthma. Like, that's not good. Like, oh, okay. No, that's not good. I don't like that. About a month and a half, 2 months later, the initial vet was like, well, I finally got her to calm down, and it looks like she may have what appears to be a tumor. Like, oh, nope, don't want to hear that either. Like, so, quality of life has to be the conversation. I don't like that conversation, but it's an understandable conversation that you have to have. And then eventually, I mean, she got to the point she was 2 weeks. She had trouble moving and doing anything, and she unfortunately passed. And it was horrendous. Meanwhile, her older brother doesn't have asthma. Although my sister has mentioned the fact that it kind of sounds like he has like an interesting breathing pattern, and I'm like, well, he's just always sounded like that. Which, as far as I can think of, he has. But he also has, like, hot spots on his skin where he overgrooms, like, something's irritating him. And now my voice is suffering kind of in the same metric. So, about a month ago, there was a rainstorm. I promise all this comes to a head. I promise you that. So there was a rainstorm. Not major, not powerful, just lengthy. Over a weekend in March. And I had never had any sort of issues in the apartment until wake up at like 3 a.m. in the middle of the night, and there's leaks all over my bedroom. Like, I'm grabbing several different pans to be able to start collecting all of them. I'm like, what on earth is going on here? This is horrendous. I don't know if I remember to equip that Zeus gauntlet onto the red mage. Did I? I did not. And he can't use the silver shield, so that's not a problem. What am I doing? Weapons, everything is fine here except he's going to use... Well, no, you're fine there for... So, giant amounts of rain coming into my bedroom. Taking lengthy video of really just dark, but you can hear rain pouring in from all over the room, and my heavily sighing over and over again. What am I doing? So immediately contact the landlord and say, hey, so this is the thing. Can somebody please come out? Because I've never had any of this happen before. This is happening an awful lot right now. It's coming through one of the light fixtures in the closet. That's probably not good. That could be a hazard. Someone get back to me. 3 days later, while I was asleep, the entire ceiling of my bedroom collapsed onto me. Looking up, a whole bunch of that wood appears to be in varying states of rotted. I think I now understand what's happening with my voice. I think I understand what wound up taking my cat from me several months ago. I'm actually kind of getting choked up now. I think I understand why my other cat has several spots on his skin where he gets irritated. I've been living in what I've been jokingly calling as the poison room, and I think it's legitimate. So I've been in the process of moving for the past few weeks, so I apologize to everybody, but I've been a little busy. And also I haven't been sleeping too good, so Hey, I'm here, and hey, I'm still talking, and I'm sorry for being a Debbie Downer. Let's get back to Final Fantasy. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Agama grind. Or as they're sometimes called in some sections of Africa, the Agama. Just different pronunciations, I guess. That's kind of closer to, I guess, Spanish and Arabic, so I get it. It would be the Agama. The A would not change its pronunciation. And it's not the Agama. I did find out that was incorrect. Either that or there's like one tribe that speaks it and nobody talks about that tribe. Yeah, so please, by all means, we're here. Please bring on your best Agama facts, and I will go ahead and drink some coffee to try and recover from the past 20 straight minutes of talking, and now we're just fighting enemies. Enjoy! I also used to be a smoker. I do not smoke anymore. And over the past year, I've been waking up every morning feeling like I was a smoker again. And not just like cigarettes, mind you. You know, they make cigars. You're familiar with cigars. They make mini filtered cigars, which I'm going to go out on a limb, assume they are not nearly as heavily regulated in terms of additives that most every other like cigarette company, whatever, gets. Like, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say Philip Morris probably treats wait, they're the whatever, whoever makes whatever cigarettes, they probably have a little bit of a better control over quality control, I should say, over the chemicals we put in those. And the little filtered cigars that I was smoking that were $9 a carton. Any of you smokers out there will know that ain't right. No, I was correct. I was chain smoking those. I have since stopped smoking those. Good for me. Yes, I know. Blah blah blah. And in the past year, I've been waking up every morning feeling like I didn't stop smoking those. Oh, good. My A button is stuck. No. What are you doing? Uh-oh. Hang on. Oh dear. That's interesting. Can you? It's like you can see button. It's not popping out. Uh-oh. Is it permanently depressed? No, it's not. Okay. Hang on. Okay. I have remapped L. That is now the A button. We are now going to play as if this was Earthbound. Well, I'm dying over here. How's everybody else doing? Oh, by the way, once again, I'm gonna go ahead and just own this one. Oh no, I meant to heal. Oh, balls. Fine. Okay, well, here's the fun thing, is that fast and tempers work. I just hope that she doesn't kill Hit right out of the gate. Yeah, doing that. I meant to move him to the back as well. Worst comes to worst, I'll fast up the, the red mage, I guess. That's weird doing this. You can see it because I even put the controls on the screen. It's kind of interesting like that. And since tempers actually work, yeah, you only have to get to like level 15 and you destroy carry. You don't need a level whatever solo fighter. Whatever, you go for it, and all is right with the world. Don't have to worry about doing that. We're gonna get warped. Well, it's close. Excuse me. Oh, where are you going? So we get warped. We don't have to get life right this second, but I like getting life right this second because it is a fine backup thing. What am I doing? Yeah, which he has one cast up. And you're not gonna need, you don't need warp on the red mage, but I'll get it. Wait, what am I doing? Am I supposed to use the inn here? I don't remember, so I'm going to. I don't think I have to, but I'm going to. because I can do that. No, that's a straight. You just walk out of town. That's right. Because next up is Bottle and then Gaia. And then Gaia is where you next up point up. You buy houses in Gaia. I think that's what my new rerouting is. But I've already forgotten some of my, where it is you go on the map to buy the things. Oh well. Hey look, that was a gold split. I don't know why. It shouldn't have been. Hello Gaia, we are going to visit you once. So you want to buy, I think I only really get like one pro ring. Because you only really need one pro ring right this second. Don't need you. Don't need you. I also need to be able to buy houses. No, you're good. You don't need the silver anymore. Yeah, I could buy more, but I'm just going to buy the one for now. We get other stuff later. I don't know why I rearranged those. I can sell off extra weaponry. That's what I do to be able to afford the houses. Okay. Sorry, mental blocking, sadness from cats. I did the stupid thing, well, air quotes stupid. I did the silly thing. So Manny lost his little sister, Shadow. So as you do, you constantly go onto Craigslist or wherever, and you're just looking at the new cats and going. And then I eventually decided to go to PetSmart because I was going to buy more snacks for Manny. And they had it was a Saturday, and they had the hey, come out and get a cat. I'm like, well, that sounds cool. I don't know if I need to do that. What am I doing? It's for him because he for now has that. There's my houses, and if I need any heals left, that's about right. Anyways, you go to PetSmart, and they had a cat that looked strikingly just like the cat that I had lost. Not named Shadow, but named Shasta. Now, here's the problem. Oh, and I meant to use my oxy, or the bottle. Here's the problem. Shasta's a boy, but they looked and sounded just the same. I thought, man, he's not very bright. Surely he'll... No, he noticed immediately. That was a stupid thing for me to do. So now it's like a one-year-old kitten that's desperately trying to get along with the older, surlier guy who's like, leave me alone. I just want to sleep. So I'm sorry, Manny. That's on me. But we have a new buddy. He's largely enjoying the place, and I'm trying to get us out of here as soon as we can so nobody else winds up having the cancer. I think it's one further up, right? Something like that. Oh, I bought more tents back at, like, Canaria that one time. I did not have to do that. And see, like I say, I get to Waterfall. This is where I forget. Is this the hard reset, or is this not the hard reset? So let me do the thing real quick. Cabin spin, cabin skip. Oh, it's a double and you walk right in. Okay. Cool. And if this is in fact correct, then I will be fighting wizards and mummies? Okay. Right, yeah, so what else? I don't even know anymore. I mean, that's good experience. Oh, shoot, that was the other thing. I was gonna buy Fire 3. Because right now, he has 3 casts of warp, and you do not need 3 casts of warp. But there are many things that you're going to be fighting that are, in fact, weak to fire, and having a couple casts of Fire 3, really fun. Because, like, just watch them melt. It's awesome. What am I doing? So I'm sure a lot of people who are just now tuning in are like, wait, I thought this is a Final Fantasy 1 run. Is this randomizer? Why is he in the waterfall at just over an hour? Well... quality of life. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much the only way to put it. Oh, yeah, you get the first turn out of here. Like, could you guys please stop hitting them? Please? Appreciate it. Thank you. I'm not going to be fighting Warmech. I generally save that for, like, after Tiamat, I'll go back in and fight Warmech. Okay, I'll go ahead and do one group. Right as well. I'm going to have to take my controller apart and fix the A button. I don't like that. Oh well. L button works. Woo! Yeah, see, this would be a great fight to actually have access to that Fire 3, then I'll be dead. You know what? I don't care. I know I should just run and it's faster. I don't care. I want you guys dead. I want them dead. I want his family dead. I want everything dead. I don't know, whatever. Hey, get your defender sword. Yay. Actually, trade those. Put that there. So anything in the way of armor? Yes. You grab that and put that on the guy who has life. And this is house tent. House tent. See, this is the ones that I should always try to remember. Oh, house cabin if you have it. Sorry. Reset on the first fight. We cabin skip here at the corner. Or tent skip, because I have so many tents. We get to town, we burn off too. It's man, it's still doing that junk to me, isn't it? Do I need heals? No, we're good. Okay. Because of this different routing, that also means we don't have to worry about getting, like, the dragon armor and stuff like that. So we can actually just skip past this second floor upon our return. You know, it wasn't until midway through the lifespan of the Super Nintendo that they didn't figure out how to have music stay at the point where it was when, like, a scene transition happened, like going into a battle. Oh, yeah, you should still be using the ice sword because it's going to be more effective on that guy. Oh, well, whatever. There's only a couple of water fights, and we skip out on a lot of the more frustrating stuff. So there's that. So we're going to collect our monies and our opal bracelet. Good news. He finally has better armor. Oh yeah, you can also press select and it'll pull up the information on those. Like, that's 24-23. Great. This was 18 and 8, so that's decidedly better. And the Black Mage who has no hit points, you kind of want him to be able to have as much physical absorb as he's actually capable of putting on, because he's a nummy. I do also, because it works in this, I do go out of my way to get the powered bonk, because, like I said, because it works. You might as well. What am I doing? Hat and... Oh, that's... No, because he doesn't need the pro ring. He has a pro ring. Okay, so it's... I just don't grab the bracers is what I'm thinking. Okay. Yes. Sorry, words are hard. But at least I get to that immediately, skip this floor entirely. There's no point to doing any of that. And we move on. So I'm going to go get a ribbon. I'm going to get the bonk. And then we move on to Krakow, who is not super dangerous at this section of the game, but he can be dangerous. And I have that defense sword, so if I need to, I can play a little bit rougher than they would probably want me to. So I'm going to have more coffee at this point. Excuse me. So what's left to talk about? I mean, you actually take in, again, vanilla, prior to the end game. You have to burn off, you don't have to, but you should. You burn off 8 fights before going into Chaos Temple for Temple of the Past, and a good portion of that is like the end game experience grind. Thankfully, again, we get to skip all of that because it just, you know, quality of life, so hooray that. We do still, unfortunately, have to go out of our way to... Excuse me, oh goodness, he's almost dead, ain't he? God, it's weird doing this with L. See, that's why I started with the first dude. Nope. Oh my goodness. I don't even know what I was talking about. It couldn't have been... Oh yeah, you burn off your 8 fights prior to going to the final dungeon, which you don't have to do in this, because you'll be at the experience level you need to be, especially because you're running out the 3 characters. They get the extra experience because one dude is dead the entire time. Or instead of being dead, they just didn't exist. So instead, that also means everybody gets a ribbon, because there's only 3 in the game. You don't have to worry about getting 4, and then the 4th guy's decked out, trying to do a makeshift pairing with Pro Ring and all that jazz. So here's the other water. I'm sorry. I don't even know if that's, like, accurate, because I've noticed on a couple of rewatches that, like, some of my, like, the audio will be off just enough. So, like, my attempting to, like, whistle along with it or something just doesn't line up. What are you doing? There. I'll get a little bit better at that. So let's get our next ribbon. I kind of want to take the big eye. Those guys are great experience. In fact, let's check. Nope, never mind. Would not have mattered. Oh, I took the long way. Well, no, that's the right way. Okay, so there's our ribbon coming up. The good news is most of the step count doesn't actually matter at this point. There's like a little bit of usage on the way to, let's see, I don't need this. On the way to, Leafin. I know you're seeing me put that on the Black Mage, and you're going to ask why. There is an incredibly low chance that things go south against Kraken 2, and if I do wind up getting him stuck in the correct loop, I can wind up having to, I can be put into a position where I have to whittle him down using the Black Mage in melee. Now, Power Bonk speeds that up, because he gets stuck into an ink loop, or ink and miss, because you get him up to, because I put the defense sword on him, so he is able to power himself up to avoid getting hit, and then he tries to power up the knight, and if the knight unfortunately catches that unlucky stray, what can you do except, oh no, and then it's Black Mage time, and that has happened, and it takes about 20 minutes, so I don't want that to be a thing. If that winds up being a thing, it's going to be hilarious. Actually, honestly, at that point in time, I think it's faster to reset and just do all 20 fight skips over again before going into Temple of Youth Revisited. Alright, I don't even know what's left to talk about at this point. We gotta go beat up Krakow. Yeah, I know that's a Kirby guy. I'm aware. Yeah, him swinging does better than ice damage, casting ice. Not ice 2, just ice. I'm gonna heal up those last 2 points because I wants to. You're gonna use a courtesy defense on yourself. We're gonna fast and temper him up, and that's why I need to not be casting as many ice 2s. That's fine. Oh, lamp ink does actually work here, which sucks if you didn't buy lamp, but you shouldn't ever really need to worry about that. This is one of those situations where just watch because tempers work, watch the hit points melt off of Kraken. Unless he does that. Oh, I didn't buy Cure 3. Okay, well, I've got a Cure 2. And you're out of those, so you are just gonna throw a heal potion at him. Maybe I should use the defense sword? Maybe I should use the defense sword? Let's go ahead and use the defense sword and heal you up again. Goodness. I mean, if it's crit, it doesn't matter really anyways, but still. Oh boy. We're having some fun here, ain't we? Nothing, I don't know, ice 2? Maybe I should have fasted the guy with the freaking sword. The red mage. I'm great with words. Whatever. Okay, so that happened. Okay, Kraken's dead. Woohoo. Well, no. Where am I supposed to walk to before I do the thing? Is it walk all the way to the river? It is all the way to the river, even though I'm pretty sure I was slightly off on... Well, that's odd. Because I should have gotten into a fight by now, I thought. Okay, well, if if that's the correct one, then I should be getting into a fight while walking down here? No. Okay, well. Okay, I believe you. Jump in the line. Something with lime. What am I doing? I want right past the town I was looking for. Hello, on rock. There will be no encores. Alright, so we go get cure. Not you. We're gonna go get cure 3. Because if you need like a big heal during chaos, you're gonna want to have it on hand. We're gonna get fire 3 on you. We're gonna go learn our language. Lupa Lupa. I'm guessing it's more rhythmic based. I wonder what I'm supposed to use the... Oh, yeah, that was where I was supposed to use the inn. That's fine. No, because I don't use the inn there because I go ahead and use a house here on the way to Leaf Inn. And I should get into, yep, right about there. Okay, well, fine. Just in case something happens. You never know. Really want to make sure that fast gets off. Then, yeah, you hit him. Sure, why not? What's left? You hit him, and you cast that. Why not? So that is slightly before, yeah, that's a few steps before I'm supposed to, because that's supposed to happen right here. And I'm supposed to do that, yeah. Alright, so I'm behind on my own step count, so I'm wondering what it is that I did. I think it was just the extra steps outside of on-rack, prior to, prior to my doing, like, the proper 10 skip. Because one of these winds up being like a zombie fight, which sucks, but the backup to that, in case I don't get the skip, is, well, normally you just run from it anyways. Oh, and also, I went out of my way to buy Fire 3, so that's hilarious. There's your courtesy. Say hello to the man, and demonstrate that you've been studying diligently. You can speak his language. Cool. Tyro fight? Yes. Slightly ahead of where it needs to be, but that's fine. Ow. Sir, I don't appreciate you doing that. How about you not? I don't know, none of it really matters. I can probably just swing. Excuse me. I do still get the Aegis shield. I mean, it's better defense. Okay, here's the unrunnable. Oh, I was supposed to use fire, not ice. I even just said I was going to use fire. Oh, well, fine. You kill him? Okay, that's fine. That works too! There could be one more stake with the wings. Otherwise, we'll be getting pretty much the endgame weaponry. Oh, no, that's if you're in the desert. I think they're supposed to be red and close. Oh, well. Whatever. So I've got, we're headed into our next to last dungeon. I totally landed that correctly, didn't I? Oh, they're there. Yay! Hey guys, how you doing? Hey, what's going on? I don't really feel like using Fire 3 on these guys. I don't think it does any additional damage. And we're gonna use a house once we're outside of the tower, so spells cast here don't really matter. Hello? Walk right on in. We're gonna collect a couple of things. Like I said, we want the Aegis shield. Okay, so yeah, our last little bit of extra experience playing cleanup. There's gonna be this. There's gonna be some chimeras. There's gonna be another group of vampires. So as long as I have one cast of that fire, or of warp, I should say, then we'll be fine there. So yeah, you want to get to 19 before going to who's it? Temple of Fiends Revisited. 19 is the goal. We will be there by the end of this dungeon, and then we can just waltz right in and then go punch out the last place. You do want slightly higher armor, so I do grab the dragon armor on the knight. And since he'll also have a ribbon, it's largely not going to matter that much. That's just better defense. And as much as I absolutely hate to say it, that is our endgame weapon for the fighter. I absolutely hate it. I cannot stand it. Oh no, there's things that cast fire at me coming up, so I don't need to do that. So we take our last fight of vampires. It's only 2, that sucks. How about you cast that instead, sir? I don't want to return the slab. You return the slab. Great, so pretty close to all the experience that we're going to need on the guys from there. Hard reset, walk right back in. See, one of the other things that was fixed in the randomizers, the crit rate for spells, which, or for spells, for weaponry. Vorpal is supposed to be, you know, the snick snack, kill the Jabberwocky, one lucky hit takes off his head. That's what it was supposed to be. But, like, it wound up going by item ID instead, so it did not have the correct crit rate. Here it does have the correct crit rate. And what that means is that, what do I do? I'll cast it. What that means is that if you hit, good, you did damage, your damage is subtracted from their, I didn't need to go there. Your damage is subtracted from, or their armor is subtracted from your damage, caps down all the way down at 1. Crit means effectively the extra damage that the crit would have done just ignores the armor entirely. So hitting 5, you hit 5 times, 4 of them are crits. 4 of them is just damage that's completely unabated. So go with it. That's awesome. Let's roll. And I think that pretty well put us at the point where I don't need to worry about fighting any of these guys anymore, right? Yeah, they're at 19, and he will be very shortly. So good. So I'm gonna go grab the dragon armor for the guy who just keeps getting poisoned. Great, because it's decidedly better than that iron armor. Hey, you remember that iron armor that I bought? That I initially got out of the Marsh Cave, and I got a second set that was in Canaria Castle. That one, effectively, that I've been wearing since the Marsh Cave. There, finally upgraded. Feels good, doesn't it? Yeah, that's why I make sure to equip the dragon armor right there, because the other 2 have ribbons, and these guys suck. So we're not going to fight the vampires out here. We're just going to march right in and fight the blue dragon. Okay, so 130 from the 1 hit, and that's all the more than you did. That's cool. That's fine. Oh, I don't know. I thought that was the eel staff. Oh well. Yeah, because these guys can do that, and that sucks an awful lot. We don't like that. So trying to mitigate the damage he does via the heal staff. That's what I was hoping for. Now I do still get the Bane Sword. I use it in 2 different places, as one would imagine one is going to be Tiamat. Don't want to fight any of these, any of these, any of these. If there's an air, yeah, you don't want none of this. Also, they do that, and that sucks. Now there should be a Medusa, yes, and they can do that, and also that, and also that. So they kind of suck a lot. Sir, could you please stop? Sir. I know, ma'am, but still. It's not a huge amount between the 2 of these, or they're not going to clear out a dang thing. Wow. You know what? You get an ice. No, they're not weak to ice. Should have used fire. Especially since I wanted to save that spell slot for more tempers. Well, no, he's going to be tempering tonight. So you can either do the foot race of Bane Sword against Tiamat versus constantly powering up. Which one is it? What am I saying? Powering up in the night so he punches out Tiamat real quick, or using, No one likes the evil one. Or, you know, using the Bane Sword and hoping you get your, like, 1 in 7 chance of it going off. Ooh, for those of you who have, who are new and didn't know, by the way, yeah, so, my game was running super laggy, so I had to close the window, so I have no idea if, what anybody is saying in chat, so my apologies about that. There's his ribbon, so, does he need the ribbon? No, but everybody has a ribbon, so you don't need that. Yeah, no, or that. And I just keep a hold of the opal for when he needs more defense, which isn't exactly very common, but that's cool. Do I get X-Cal? Ooh, you don't want to see X-Fer, because they cast Nuke after that. Okay, don't do that. Thank you. Woo! I think I'm supposed to, because it keeps me on the correct step count. So I still... stop doing that. I will get the Adamant. I think because it's useful to throw the Vorpal onto the Red Mage in some situation. I'm trying to remember where, I don't know. I think that's only if you have, like, double fighters still, but... just the same, I'm doing it because it keeps me on the same step count, and I don't like screwing that up. I probably should have skipped it because I don't want to run into this wizard fight, or sorcerer fight. It is the god-awful. Are we fine on health? Fine enough. Let's go. So, this will be the wizard, or the... yeah, whatever. Whiz-vamp. The red ones! Those guys! And then you're gonna fight a sentry... Hey, my A button's kind of working a little bit. I don't really want to risk it, but hey, it's working. Left is always right unless there's a middle, kids. That is how it works. Guard and sentry, not even going to mess with them. And the other fun thing about this step count is that it actually puts you, like, 3 fights away from Warmech. So, like, if you were feeling particularly crazy, you could go fight Tiamat and then turn right around and fight Warmech. So yeah, the next fight on that floor would have been sorcerers and mud ghouls. You don't want that. Not pleasant at all. Alright, so what are we doing? What are we talking about? What's happening? Nacho fight. I wanna fight a nacho fight. So we're gonna fast up fighter. Fast and temper, and then he's going to be using Bane, Red Mage is going to be tempering him up, and Fighter's going to be fighting. Well, he's a knight now, so it's just, that's the foot race. Who gets there first, Bane Sword or slapping him around? Bane Sword, well, of course it did. Why wouldn't it? Woo! I should probably save. Alright, so let's go turn in our Adamant. Here's a nice one more of these. Might as well take your little last gasp of experience to get the fighter to 19. Probably should have fasted him, but oh well. It's a lot easier if you got 2 fighters. I don't. You know what? No, we don't need X-Cal. I'm not gonna get X-Cal. We're gonna skip that. Hey, they're at 20, which means he's definitely 19. Yep. Okay. So yeah, we're just gonna skip getting X-Cal. We're gonna go do our final check. We're gonna walk right into the last dungeon. We're gonna punch it out, and hopefully nothing bad happens. There's always the chance that something weird is going to happen and you're not gonna like it. You know what? I did tell that dwarf. Kind of lied to it, but I did tell that dwarf that I was gonna visit him again. I lied! Oh, I hope. Helps if I actually jump onto the He's been sitting there waiting for his friends to show back up. Did he come back? Did they say anything? I've been waiting here. My good friend. He was supposed to return that money to that, you know, I fixed the chests. Yeah, you have 3 casts of Bruise, as you should. You're gonna stay stoned. You get unstoned, and hopefully don't wind up having to die. And the Red Mage winds up being the, in case of danger, break glass. So now we have to burn off 8 fights. 3 outside, And 5 inside. 1, 2, 3. Now we fucking step inside because they advance the counter in different ways. It's weird like that. That's how it works. There's 1. 2. 3. The last fight's a creep. That's what I remember. Oop, don't do that. Try walking up first there, dude. This will be a creep. Cool. Now there's going to be a zombie right in front of this. Get out of the way. Thank you. And you don't reset off of this one. You just deal with the angry zombies as you do. Walk right downstairs and we're in the final dungeon! Woo! So my step's gonna be slightly off, but that's fine. So we're gonna deal with these guys right here, that you can run from, and the game's just gonna let me run from them. That's great. You have to take a fight right here, because there's much worse things. I think it's an unrunnable, or I guess I'll deal with these guys dropping that onto me, right like that. Wunderbar. If it happens on good time. 9. Next up should be Badman. Na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Badman. Alright, so I only had to look at my notes a couple times here. Only made a couple of mistakes right outside the waterfall, like I thought I was gonna. Yep, there's the A button doing its thing again. Everybody's got ribbons. Good. I don't know what to use. You're not going to use warp anymore, I guess. Oh, you're not weak to fire either. I don't know. That doesn't work on you. Just fire. Fire. Sure, why not? Whatever. Okay, that was terrible damage out of you. Maybe this is the fight where I was supposed to be using Excalibur. Because I don't want to use any of those. And those are for heals. I don't know, you hit him and yeah, sure, Bane Sword. I don't think it works, but why not? Nope. Cool. Also, don't advance the step counter when you're in that room. Excuse me. Okay, that's to make up for the previous fight where they all decided to cremate me. Good old chimeras and chimeras. Don't know why they're called that. Don't think about it. Oh, right, I do use Excalibur on the first 3 fiends because, I mean, it's just... The extra damage is fine. That versus... It's that versus the crit rate of the Vorpal. I think the Vorpal might still be better, but I usually use Excal. I don't know. You know what, for funsies, we'll go ahead and we'll just use Vorpal now. We're not even going to mess with the Excal. I went and got it simply because I was trolling that one dwarf, and therefore it's going to sit in my inventory. In fact, I can be extra rude and drop it. Because I know I'm not going to use it. What's going on there? Nothing. Alright. Show of hands, who wants to see me drop the Excal? I can't see chat, so there's no way I'm going to be able to know what anybody's answer is. Ugh. I don't want this. These guys hit too hard, and I don't want to get ambushed by them. Okay, I've got a yes that I can actually see. We've dropped the Excalibur. Oh, Batman, what have you done? That's such a wonderful little thing there. Oh, you thoroughly ruined that. Oh, I meant to put the Bane Sword onto the Knight. I did that wrong. Oh well, because the Medusas are weak to to Bane as well, so you can pretty well instantly take them out with one go, and I blew it. That was my bad. So I need you to glance at the red mage. Thank you, because he, the knight, cannot resurrect these guys. Oh, I'm aware of the fact that my Mark Hamill's version of the Joker, I'm aware of that fact. I've cultivated that particular impression, and it only gets better the worse my voice becomes. And since I've been talking this entire time, the voice has been going further and further. I was like, I'd just go for it. I mean, he is after all, he's just a slightly more unhinged Stewie, of course. Can I not be in this fight anymore? I would like to not be in this fight anymore. Thank you. Alright, so let's go beat up a lich. Let's not hedge our bets and make sure we're at full health before beating up a lich. This is hold A to win, or I guess hold L to win. Because you need to have enough hit points to be able to survive him nuking you. Like that. Yep, Vorpal sucks for this. I should have kept the X-Cal. Ah, well. What are you gonna do? This way all of my heal potions get dumped into the fighter as well. Woo! So you do have to burn off one more fight here, because there's another crappy fight on the next floor. So either the next floor or the air floor, I don't remember which. One of them sucks, so you burn off a fight here where it's not bad. I mean, yeah, look, I probably should have kept it. I knew there was a reason why I kept sticking it in the back of my head, keep this weapon, because the 4 fiends, it does actually do extra damage to, just not chaos, for some odd reason. In which case, you would want to have the Masamune, or Vorpal works fine. Yes, so instead I'm going to waltz. No, I'm gonna hit wait. That was dumb. Oops. I'm supposed to be fighting these guys. I like how Kong's thing is now Pim Pimley. Good job, Kong. I like it. Are you here to make people smile? I presume that you are. Oop, hello. Trade. Shoot there. Thank you. No, the rest of that is correct. We're pretty much done on just having our gear right. Oh, except... yeah, I'm gonna need that on him. Oh, how many casts of fast do I have right this second? I don't need it for carry, but it can get kinda hairy, because you've got a couple extra levels, or at least... yeah, he's 20. You got a couple extra levels that you normally would. You can use the defense sword to make it so she's not really doing too much against you physically. And her spells won't, because I've got a ribbon on the big guy. So you don't have to worry about unthawing either of them right this second. He has 4 fasts. That is carry, Kraken, Tiamat, blah blah blah. Just the same. We don't need it. Yeah, you can use that if you want. Oh, I should have put the bonk on him. That's the other thing I should have done. Oh well. Go for 2, and if like she crits me or something, I'll usually have to panic. Oh no! And then use the 3rd. But it's the same like in the world record run. You're not supposed to have a knight come through here at like an even lower level and solo a lot of the fiends. But it's decidedly safer here this way. So cool. That's what we do instead. Onward! Welcome to the seafood platter. Of course they get to go first. Yes, I know, I'm sure the vaping is a wonderful thing to be doing when I'm sleeping and poisoned. I'm aware. You don't have to leave it up. I know. They're wizards. Sorry, they're demons. Let me out. I won't be in this fight no more. Come on. I think that's the other reason why I will thaw out the Black Mage ahead of time, so I have someone else who can help run. You did re-equip the... yes, you did, okay. And he doesn't need the bonk, but he is going to need that. How many casts of Temper? 6, yeah, so 2 for Kraken, 2 for Tiamat, 2 for... Chaos. I'm very good at numbers and remembering things. It occurs to me I have not been splitting. I've just been staring at the number go up for a while and going, that doesn't seem right. Ruse and Defense Sword. Good start. Great start. Still a great start. He hasn't hit anybody yet. I'm sure I've just jinxed it, but you know, he hasn't hit anybody yet. There it is. Cool. 6 damage. Look at that. Because you don't really have anything else that you really need to worry about doing. You can cast lightning. It's not really going to do any appreciable damage. I mean, if he's going to keep doing that to you, you do it back. Actually, he needs to be using the heal staff to overcome those hits. Because that stuff adds up. Yeah, like that. So it's not doing much to overcome it, but good enough, and Kraken is dead. As much as I'd like to take this fight. Oh, come on. Come on. What are you doing? This is the load of experience. It's 2 big eyes. It's really good. Thank you, Nuke, for getting me out of that fight. Alright, so really just more of the same. We roll right up on Tiamat, and we're going to do exactly that again. Not exactly that. This is the AoE fight. This is fast and temper them up as soon as you can, because things like that are going to start happening if you're not careful. She tends to favor. By the way, Tiamat's apparently a she. She tends to favor. Oh no, you don't. He won't survive any AoE either. No! So we have to burn off 8 fights. Wow. Ouch. I could have brought out the Red Mage. But that's usually just a case of you have to cast life on someone, and that did not go the way that I wanted it to right there. But things occasionally go south, hence the slightly generous estimation of the run. Keep doing that. Wowzers. That sucked. Did not like that at all. Well, good news is, I have a new weapon. Right, so we're going to see if we can squeak this one out. Oh no. We're going to see if we can squeak this one out Prior to that 205. That was on me. It was totally on me. Should have brought back the Red Mage. Didn't. That was dumb. Either that or taking like extra experience somewhere. Or immediately start using the... Well, no, you I would have to swap the whatchamacallit. Immediately swap the defense sword back onto the knight so that he could then start powering himself up to not get hit. That's also where you would throw the bonk onto him, at least to play it a little bit safer. What am I doing? What am I doing? Blah, 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 blah. Sure, why not? Yeah, because the Excalibur hits so much harder against these guys, too. I keep forgetting about the trash monsters you actually have to take care of. Oops. Yeah, wait, you don't have to do anything. So we're just going to try to push through. If I don't get there at 205, I'll just mercy kill the run, because I do actually have to work today. Oops. Oh well. Although I would keep going otherwise, except, like I say, like, let's go ahead and get to work. Kind of a good idea. Apologies, the throat is getting a little bit worse over here, so I'm just gonna. Ow. Wait, hang on. He's gonna need. No, he doesn't need the... No, he uses it on carry. What am I talking about? Yeah. Alright, let's go. Safety Masamune? No, absolutely not. I have the Vorpal. That's what you use on, that is what you will use on Chaos. We have our final game here. I just have to... I just gotta get past... I just have to get past, Tiamat, who, again, that was... back-to-back crits. That was not lovely. That was not a good situation. Did not like. Do not want. Really? That one just doesn't want to go. Just hit her. Thank you. Goodness. I should go ahead and heal full. Okay. Alright, so let's go. Oh, gonna nuke right out of the gate, are you? You jerk. Yeah, like there are points at times where you can just one-shot him or two-shot him like that. Knew there's a reason I should have been freaking using the Excalibur. I really liked Temple of Fiends Revisited here when it has the shortcuts enabled. It's so much nicer. I don't remember what that other fight is that you're supposed to skip is. I don't want to go find out, though. Great, yeah, sure, give me 4. Why not? Ugh. Well, you're already at 21, so that's good. Thanks for the free run. Let's go beat up a Merilith. See, where did defense? There you are. I don't like it when she does that. I don't like it when any of you fiends do that. So we're gonna start off doing that. You guys are jerks. I also don't like seeing any of those. I know it's only a 3 in 256 chance of having the busted ribbon, but a busted ribbon sucks. Don't want it. Do not like it. Oh, because I'm supposed to also, because I'm going to do that on you, that means I throw the Pro Cave. No, because you have to have the bonk in case I get stuck into the loop. Okay, so, righto, let's go. Cool. 2 people, better chances of running, I'll take it. I don't know if that's how the math actually works anyways, but whatever! Let's go. Oops, I didn't put defense on the Black Mage. Black Mage, fast him up now. Fast him up now. Oh my god. Are you kidding me with this? He'll get whittled down by lightnings. Or just die. Ah! Okay, can I get him stuck in the loop? Not if he's using Lit 2. Not if he's hitting. Okay. Okay, well, I've unfortunately run out of time because I do actually need to get going. And I really thought I was going to save myself like 20 minutes there, but that's just... Red Mage wouldn't have helped there. Oh, see, if I'd remembered to put the defense sword on the Black Mage. That's it. That's pretty much it. That's all that... It's just... Costly mistake. That's fine. That's on me. I'm gonna have to call it there, unfortunately, because I do need to get going. Yeah, I'm cutting a little bit close as it is right now anyway. So yes, unfortunately, I know everybody wanted to see the finish. Hell, I wanted to see the finish, but I did. That's 2 super costly mistakes. Well, okay, 2 costly mistakes, and Tiamat hit me with the back-to-back. Well, yeah. Sorry. But I also don't want us to continue to like go further at all. So you know, thanks y'all. I'll see you for whatever my next. I think it's Friday morning. I think. Yeah. All right. No shout outs. Just I guess shout outs to the rando community, and sorry that went as badly as it did. This is what happens when you don't have 4 characters. You don't have the 4th person to throw up in front of the party. You go, hey, hit that guy. Oh well. Thanks y'all.